Hey Knights Media Network, am I climbing up Mount Everest? No. I'm here with the snowdrift that's still here since a couple weeks ago we got a bunch of record snow here in Louisville, Kentucky. Bellarmine students have been battling the frigid temperatures that we're facing right now and some of the massive snowdrifts that have been in front of their cars for weeks that they can't seem to dig out if you don't have a shovel. So today we're going to be talking to public safety and a few students to see what lingering problems are still coming from the giant blizzard.
The parking, atrocious. The ice, atrocious. There's no spots already, and then whoever plowed the parking lot did a horrible job. I mean, the conditions are not there. We've ate crap. We can't park, and the freshmen don't know where to park. And then on top of that, we're catching up with all the work that we've missed.
So with all the snow that we got this past couple of weeks, there was enough ice and snow that it proceeded to crack my windshield all through the bottom, and I was not happy about that. That was something that I wasn't expecting. And then I also had to dig out my car with no shovels because no one was sharing shovels.
The parking on campus is actually horrible. Like every single day I get here early and there's absolutely no spots, so I had to park in the back of the surf. And over the weekend, even though like there was no one on campus, I still had to be here for practice. And so I decided to park like close to the field, and there was like an ice patch, and I decided to still park on top of it because I was like, it's close to the field. So then after practice, I could not get out of it because I was stuck. So I had to use my resources to use a pickleball paddle to like smack at it.
So we chatted with public safety to see what they said about the recent snowstorm.
First of all, the facilities did an amazing job. They were here every single day. I think the problem is the way the weather pattern was. We came in with a lot of heavy snow, at least 8 to 9 inches, and then that small little break of about an hour before the ice came. And so once that ice comes, it puts that much weight on there. So it makes it hard to scrape. So unless you can keep on top of it, which is hard to do when you only have so many people, it's hard to, once that ice sets down, it's pretty much game, set, match when it comes to that. The fact that the temperature stayed so low, salt that you normally put on the road wouldn't work because the temperatures were too low for that. Typically, you got to get salt on there before, or some type of rind on there in order to help treat those roads. But once it gets below that 22 degrees, salt doesn't really work that good. Unfortunately, when you scrape roads and parking lots, the snow has to go somewhere. And that was problematic because, where do you push it? Because we already had a lot of cars on campus. So we're trying to keep from pushing it in front of the cars, but some of it does get in front of the cars. And so they weren't able to get out. So we just got a shovel, and public safety went around to every call that came in, and we did our best to get them out. We try to keep people, staying in their area, which was hard to do. And people were getting out as soon as they get on, coming out of the Siennas, they're sliding down off the road, they can't get any traction. And so that was really hard to try to get that message out to them to say, I'm sorry, I know you want to do things, but it's just not safe. People respond differently. They don't, if they've never been in these type of weather events, they just think, oh, I can get out. I'll be fine. And then they get out and they realize they can't get out. And then, so that was probably one of our biggest things, was getting people to stay in and stay off the roads, stay off the sidewalks. And that was probably our biggest point. And, first and foremost is safety of the students. And sometimes we had to make some unpopular decisions by not allowing you to get out and roam about, stuff like that, because of the safety hazards.
So Knights, as you continue through some of these snowy and frigid temperatures, be sure to stay safe on campus, and don't be afraid to ask a friend or public safety if you still need to get that car out. From the Quad, I'm Lindsay Smith with Knights Media Network.